We gotta build it in real life, Josh. Reality. This thing is slick right now. Whoa! Ah, I'm on my side. That is not good. Hey guys, Matt with BleepinJeep. Today we're gonna continue on Project Bumble. We also have something special today. We're gonna be hitting Trail 21 with Offroad N Chill, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so our plan, what we want to do is use this cage and then come up through the exterior with some vertical tubes and then have an exo cage along the whole outside of the Jeep here to protect from trees and rocks. So what we're thinking is if we modify this tube, we're going to bend it a little more right there, have it meet up on this stiffer part right there. We're going to shove it up closer to the roof, that way it's close to where we're gonna stick the vertical tubes up through the roof, and then we'll build off of it from there. So we need to cut that back out and put it in our bender and modify it just a little bit right at that bend. That'll also strengthen it up too. Instead of putting it to the factory tub here, we've actually got stronger 1/8 inch sheet metal right there that we've put in when you open that up for the bigger tires. Beef. It's a little dusty, hasn't been used in a while.
What's the last thing you made on it? Comanche cage?
Probably, I don't remember. Yeah, I probably dove nosed the Comanche last with this. But that's been a long time. I don't know if I even remember how to use this thing. I almost feel like we should power wash this thing. It's gonna take me a minute as I haven't done this in a while.
I think somebody made a video and
there. So now you take out number 4, you sit it there. Take out number 3, sit it there. Take out number 2, sit it there. Let's see, where did we want to bend this sucker?
right hand.
Right here?
Yep. I hear an intruder.
Somebody is here. You need some help? Look at that.
Ooh.
She's even wearing her apron.
Oh shoot.
Oh, I like your apron.
Yeah, I bet.
It's cool. Come over here and tell us what you made for
I
us.
said I'd love to tell you what we're having, but I have no idea.
It's just kind of a smash.
What is this?
You gotta use the
Smash taters.
fancy
Mashed
words.
potatoes?
Oh yes.
What's this?
That's well, they are jalapeno poppers, but they're a little cheesy.
They're popped.
Yeah.
What's this?
Canadian bacon pineapple crescent rolls.
Mmm.
Fancy.
So fancy.
Delicious. Okay, don't say anything dumb.
What?
I'm gonna take a bite of this.
Well, it's your concoction, so I'm sure you'll think it's delightful.
That tastes like a Hawaiian pizza.
What?
Like that.
You just took my whole vocabulary away.
Is that what you're gonna say?
No, you said don't say anything dumb.
Alright, since we're bending an already bent section, it's a little different than typical. First, we're gonna find where it was bent before, which is right there. And I'm gonna use that line and put it right in the bender. Tighten this up. Alright, so it looks like that was maybe a 30-degree bend before. We're going to go an additional 13 degrees, and we want to go to about 15 degrees to account for some snapback. So All right, so that's an additional 15, but when I loosen this, watch what happens. It snaps back to right at what we wanted, 12 or 13. Okay, pull this, and this. Now check it. Okay, now what we want to do is cut that end about an inch shorter to move this tube forward, because we're trying to get it to land on some of the thicker stuff that we've already made here for the wheel well. Now this is a tubing notcher. I got this a long time ago from Medford Tools. I really like it, other than the fact that you can't really notch in a bend, but it's pretty stout otherwise. So first thing I need to do is mark this back 1 1/8 because we need to shorten it up a little bit. And I need to extend the lines that I made. We'll mark back 1 1/8. That's where we want our new cope to be. So then I'm gonna mark that back another 1/2 inch, and that's where I'll cut it. So the reason that you cut this is because this hole saw, if you tried to cut it all the way through there, it would jam up. But if you cut it here, then you're just taking off a little bit of it. But also because if you were to just cut it all the way through with the hole saw, then this would get super thin, so thin that you wouldn't even be able to weld to it. So you only need about 1/2 inch. And if I tried to cut through that, you would see what I'm talking about, but it would just get paper thin right on the edges. Now I want to push that back, bring it back to the line. Since we are notching in a curve, I'm gonna kick it that way a little bit. I want to get basically in between my 2 marks there. So I've got 2 vertical marks on the tube this way and this way, and I just want to go halfway in between. Once you break through that first layer, you want to let that fall out, because if that gets trapped inside your hole saw, as you're cutting through, it'll jam and then just rip that hole saw sideways, and it will damage it. So you can take a look at this. That's all you need right there, is about 1/2 inch. If that were not cut back, this would be out to a point, out to about here, and it would be so thin that there wouldn't be any use for it. So that's why you cut that flat. All right, looks good here. How about over there?
There.
Don't move it. A frog is gonna sing to us. All right, so we're starting to modify that. Josh is gonna start cutting some holes in the roof and taking off the factory roof rack. We also need to extend these rock sliders as well, because to come down with the tube and meet here, it's not out far enough because the door sticks out further than the rock rail. So what do you got for us there, Josh?
Bunch 2x2 square.
2x2 square, and hold on. Come look at this. So we're gonna put 2x2 square out here and weld that back on to make this 2x8, because I think it's 2x6 right now, correct?
Correct.
And then you also have the pieces that you cut off of here, because we're gonna extend that back out, because we need a tube to come right down here and meet with this, but there's nothing there to meet with.
I think if we run 2x2, then another piece of 2x2 that way, that'll bring it out far enough. And my plan was to run this tube way back inside the fender.
Oh, you want to do it inside the fender? Okay. That's going to make it more difficult, but doable. I don't think it'll be that bad, because if we just notch a hole right here, like a semicircle, is that your plan?
I don't know yet. I have to think it through. We'll have to build this in our heads, because I do want the tube on the outside too, so.
Well, how are you going to be on the inside and the outside at the same time?
I said I have to think this through.
Josh isn't thinking it through yet.
I built it 5 different ways in my head. Trying to get them all.
We gotta build it in real life, Josh. Reality.
It looks much better in my head.
Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah.
See that?
Look at that. Whoa. That's nice.
Perfect.
Is it?
Yes.
We'll let the viewers decide that.
Perfect.
Is it perfect?
Close to perfect.
All right, so we're gonna be coming up through these holes with a short piece of tube, and then the exterior roll cage will be attached to that. So I just wanna measure, I'll go ahead and cut 4 inches now, and then we'll cut them down later. Well, a tube vertical, a tube this way, and then a tube out here to protect from trees and stuff. All right, check this out, guys. This is the tube that's gonna go through the roof and meet with the other tube, but we are actually gonna be meeting with 2 tubes. So we have 2 tubes like this, and we're gonna meet like this, and you'll see that's not gonna work. So we have to make some modifications to that fish, what do you call that? Fish mouth. We have to make some modifications to that fish mouth. When you're doing this, when you make that first cut, go ahead and make a line on the top of your tube. Can you see that line? And then we're gonna turn that 90 degrees, and you wanna look over here and make sure that you're exactly 90 degrees. It should line up in that little triangle right there. Then we can cut this notch. Now here, since we're only doing a 3-way, you wanna just cut 1/2 of it. Now you see how nasty that is? To make that nice and clean, put it on one of these guys. Now when you go to weld that, there's a little bevel there, makes a perfect weld. Now come check this out. So now this is what we're trying to match, and that matches up perfectly, giving you a nice tight seam for your weld. Look at that, it's like you got a little smokestack.
That's what I was gonna say.
All right, guys, these are gonna go right on the corner here. There's still a little more cutting to do.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
But that's gonna fill in what we're missing there, and then we're gonna add on to that as well with the box out here. Jeep just like me. Then you're gonna need to upgrade your axles because your Jeep's so heavy.
I'm gonna need bigger tires.
Yeah, and then you're gonna need a bigger transfer case. Alright guys, it's now Sunday. I've got Marlon and Luna from Offroad N Chill behind me. We're gonna go hit some cool trails at Windrock because they're in town for the event we went to yesterday. So we're gonna make a day of it. I think we're gonna hit 21 first. Let's check it out. I was looking for snakes.
Snakes?
So you were looking for a lizard?
Yeah. Same difference.
Catching a lizard.
So this is the beginning, Trail 21. You said you've never done this one?
Never done this before.
It's a little wetter.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like...
It's a little wetter than I expected.
Yeah.
But
still gonna be a good time?
It'll be fun.
All right, let's do this.
What's the name of this Jeep? You haven't...
Jeepy.
Jeepy?
I don't name my Jeeps.
You don't name them?
Let the people in the comments decide.
Come on, you gotta name your Jeep. Colt would say otherwise. He thinks that's an East Coast thing, naming your Jeep. All right, we gotta go right up through there. Gonna have to bump it. So this is the main trail right here. This is like the gatekeeper. But some people, they can't get over the gatekeeper, so they do the bypass. There's no reason for that, because once you get up there, it's just way, way worse. And then they don't figure that out until it's too late. I think you need a smidge more horsepower.
Just a little bit, right?
This is where that horsepower is going to start to come in handy, and I'm going to struggle. Well, I didn't catch that on film. I don't have enough hands, but Luna's going to try it. Just a flat road on film. Alright, here's the most challenging part of Trail 21. I hear thunder in the distance. Don't tell Luna. It's kind of creepy. You can see a lot of people didn't make it and went, whoo! So look at that tree down there. It's got a big chunk taken out of it. Do you see that tree down there with the big chunk?
Don't show me any of these.
With the big chunk missing out of it?
Yeah.
That's what happens if you goof up here.
Let's
No,
zoom
look
in
at
for
that
the
tree.
audience.
Look at all of these going down. That's
Yeah,
because people
so-
flip.
All right, we're gonna check this out. Get right back with you.
Trying to film, but like watch his line in real life so that I could.
Am I up against that rock yet?
Yeah, you're touching it right now. You're climbing. Okay, you're good. Yeah, it's pitching him to the. Yep, that's exactly where you don't want to go, basically. It is very slippery. Ooh. Rear diff. You're hung up on your rear diff.
I can't even make it through the obstacle.
Wow. Yeah, and he's getting closer and closer to that edge. You got your lap belt on? More raindrops. A lot of raindrops. No. You're diffed out. I don't think you're going anywhere. All right, reset and let's try this. I should have gone first. Okay. Better. Hard driver, hard driver. Oof. Yeah, good. Now he has to take that at an angle because that rock is the front one, right where his passenger tire is. That's just ramming into the diff, or he's ramming into the rock. raining, guys.
I'm sideways on the trail.
It looks good. I mean, at least he's in a good position to winch if it comes to it, I think. Watching this is worse than I thought. Okay. Oh. Warm the tires up. Now let her eat. Oh, so close. Turn the rear steer. Okay. My watch just told me that my heart rate's over 120 beats per minute. Because I'm on the payroll for today, just kidding. They're winching Matt up. He gave it a very valiant effort. It's thundering, it's raining, you guys saw. Today's just not the day that he's gonna get up, so I'm next. Matt, what was that all about?
Well, I did this way and that way and this way, and mud went that way, and no go.
You tried though, you tried. I think I was holding my breath the entire time. Woo! All right, my turn, guys.
That was a pain in the butt. This thing is slick right now. Whoa!
Come on, bring it like that.
I thought we lost you.
Good. Like that. Little bump, just so you can clear that. No, no. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Yep. Keep going. Let's go.
This has gotten way worse over the years. It's almost impassable at this point. It's raining good now. This is one of those spots where it's hard to even winch because of the undercuts. You get in the wrong spot and you're just, the winch isn't going to do you any good because you're stuck underneath the rock. Wait, let the winch pull you that way. Okay, well, it just became a torrential downpour in the middle of probably the worst trail possible to be in, a torrential downpour. Are we continuing? Oh my God. This is nuts. The weather said it was supposed to be a beautiful sunny day today, like 5% chance of rain. Right. This is now my view. Can't see anything. I'm just kind of feeling my way through here. Look at this. It's nuts. I'm on my side. That is not good. Where'd you go? Oh, I thought I lost you. Holy cow. Water has washed it out right there. Look at that. It's a little intense. probably not too bad. Got more waterfalls coming. Okay, back on the main trail now. Not much further to go. Probably not going to take the hard line on the exit though. Okay, there's the hard exit. Not gonna even attempt that. Here's the medium duty exit. Let's take a look at it. Oh my god. See if we can try that. You did it!
What was that? That was wild.
Now the sun's gonna come out.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Alright, well, that was kind of an early day bus, but I'm headed back home. Offroad N Chill is also headed back home. They didn't have any dry clothes. I found some dirty clothes. These are some dirty clothes I had in the back of the truck that I found. But anyway, we'll get back home, and tomorrow we're going to get started back on the WJ. All right, well, that was fun. Now it's Monday. Let's see what's going on in the shop here. Looks like Josh is welding. What are you doing? It smells like burning plastic over here.
That's what it is. It's burning plastic.
All you gotta do is put some foam in there, it'll be good. All right, so when we left off on Friday, we were making these boxes bigger. So we're continuing to do that so that we can get a tube to come down and reach right here for the roll cage. You sure you can't cycle some of that out of there?
Yeah, we can.
I would have to be in there, like over the top of it to be able to lift that much weight. We could try it and then set it here, but I don't know if I can.
These bars are in the way now.
Yeah. So we're trying to get this tank out of here, but somebody filled it up full of gasoline, and you have to lift it vertically before you can slide it out over the ladybugs.
Yep.
And it's too heavy for us, so I don't know what to do. We could use the lift somehow. Put the lift arms in there, put a sling around it.
I don't think that's going to give us enough clearance. Pump gas out of it.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let me go see if what I got here. Full. 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 Everything we've got to hold gasoline is all full. Plan B?
What's plan B?
Really big bonfire.
I've seen videos of people putting gasoline in plastic bags by the gas pump
Yeah.
during the C word.
Let's do that. Okay, moving on to plan C, filling up vehicles with gasoline. Hopefully the Comanche was somewhat empty. This is 100% gas.
Yeah. I was going to say, if we just empty one and fill it up a couple times, I'll just dump it
transfer
in
it
the
to
car.
the car.
Yeah.
Good thinking. Do you have 100% in your Jeep?
No.
No?
87. Actually, what I filled up with was the stuff at Windrock, so that, I think,
Probably is 100%.
that probably is 100%.
Perfect. Now let me go grind and weld over here. Much easier.
I think you should lube the Cougar.
Needs to be hot. Solid.
Solid.
Rock solid. What are you planning on doing there?
Weldment.
You sure you don't want to do expanding foam?
I'm not saying there won't be expanding foam used.
We didn't quite have enough of this 2x2, so I've spliced two pieces together there, and we're about ready to weld them on, but it's lunchtime. Yay! And since Hope is gone for the day, look at this, she was nice enough to leave us some instructions here. Lunch. All right, this piece has been made whole, ready to be cut down on this end. We're doing 20 degrees instead of 45 degrees, something like that.
22 and a half.
Oh, 22 and a half. And then right here, Josh has this clamped and ready to be welded, and that's gonna stick out a little bit further past the door so that we can then bring the tube down to greet it. You know we only need the tube up front right there. Do you wanna just do like, we'll just cut it back right here? Because we're not bringing a tube down over here.
Not yet.
All right, let's weld this puppy in. Is that your level finder? Is your finger?
Yeah. It's pretty close.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting an unwanted suntan. I'll keep welding on this. We're gonna kind of raise it and lower it to keep it flush because this is not straight, so we need to get that straight. But otherwise, that's gonna be pretty boring, so we'll be right back. Got those all welded in. Got the fronts boxed in and angled, and we did that on both sides. So now the question is, what's next? I think you should just keep it without the front fender like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's all we've got for you today. That was a wild ride, huh? I'm gonna continue welding on the interior here. Josh is gonna figure out what he wants to do in the front, and until next time, we've got some videos over here for you, and we'll see you next week while we continue messing with the WJ. You're not supposed to watch me weld. That's the way your eyes go. You go blind. How many fingers am I holding up?
Well, about 3. I wasn't watching it just then. It was a while ago.